Hey there, this is Kevin from healthagentacademy.com. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how to get an insurance license in the state of Texas. So first off, just want to confirm that the objective of this video, just to make sure I've got the right folks watching this, is to show you how to get a general lines license for life, accident, health, and HMO. It's a long word there, but there's a shortened version of it you may see from time to time, the GL-LAH for short license. And what that does is it gives you the ability to sell life insurance, accident insurance, health insurance, HMO insurance. So my recommendation is you can get just for life and things of that nature. You don't have to get it for every single thing that comes with this license, but I like it for the versatility, and I always recommend to agents that you get a license that does give you that versatility, because let's say you just want to start off selling health insurance, or you just want to start off selling life insurance. Eventually you're going to want to cross-sell, because when you do have clients are very valuable, and having potential clients and prospects is critical in this business. And whenever you do have someone, you want to be able to give them the best possible service, and part of the best possible service is having a wide portfolio to choose from and to help them with. So that's why I recommend, if you're going to take the time and effort to get the license, go ahead and just put a little more effort into it and get one that gives you the ability to sell all of them. Because even if, again, you're not going to do it right away, chances are you're going to want to probably cross-sell down the future. So let's go ahead and walk through what the steps are to get a license in Texas. So first off, what you want to do is sign up for a pre-licensing course. And what that does is it's just an online course is what I recommend. You can also go some other routes, but I recommend going with an online course. And I'll show you a little bit more about which ones to go with and why a pre-licensing course is so critical, I think, especially in Texas. You want to get your fingerprints taken as part of a background check. You want to schedule your exam to take the state exam. It's not an easy test, but it's definitely will show you how to best set yourself up for that exam. You're going to apply for your license, and then you're going to go ahead and pass your test. So I think the key is just having the mentality that when you do sit for the state exam, that you're going to pass that test. You're going to ace it, and you're going to become an insurance agent. So let's walk through all that. So again, I think it's critically important that you pass the state exam. And I think it's especially important in Texas that you pass it the first try. And the reason for that is the pass rate is about 60% for first-time test takers in Texas. And I'll show you those numbers here on another slide here in a second. And then after the first attempt, it actually drops down significantly to about 39%. So let me just show you that here real quick. So this is from the company that actually does the test for folks in the state of Texas. You can see here the pass rate is 62% for the general lines, life, accident, and health license, and the fail rate is about 38%. And again, this is for first-time takers. Now, for those that have to go back and retake it, you can see the pass rate drops significantly to about 39%, and the fail rate's about 61%. Yikes. So you want to make sure you give yourself the best possible chance to be one of those that passes here. Again, if you don't pass the first time, it's not the end of the world. People do pass, but again, it's a tougher road to hoe. So if you can set yourself up to be able to pass the first time, you're just making it that much simpler for yourself. So back to the slide here. Another thing I think is really interesting is in the state of Texas, they did a study, and taking a pre-licensing course gives you actually a 40% better chance of passing the test the first time than for those that don't take it. So I would highly recommend that you do take a pre-licensing course. And so I'm going to show you a pre-licensing course that I recommend. Now you can always go with whichever course you want. There's all kinds of different ones you can do. You can use a pre-licensing course that it's where you go to a classroom, or you can do one online. If you're anything like me, you're probably a very busy person, so you probably want to have the flexibility of taking one that you can go to on your own time. So what I'm going to show you here is a License Coach. It's a company I recommend. They pretty much across the board in the states where I've seen the states that put out what the pass rates are, their pass rates are substantially higher than their competitors in most cases. Texas doesn't put out the pass rates by pre-licensing course vendor. However, just from what I've seen, it's a very high quality product, so I would definitely go with them. Nice thing too is if you look down below where I do have all the links to see what we're showing you here, we actually have a coupon code that we're nice enough to give folks watching this video $10 off. So if you wanted to go with them, what you would do is you just go over here to sign up. You come to this page here, just put in Texas, click go. And then what you would do is you would just make sure to select this first one here for Texas Life and Health, as opposed to just getting life only. And then you would go ahead and go through the process to take that course. So then what you would do is, and of course, put in the coupon code, so hopefully you can save yourself a little bit of money if you do decide to go with a licensed coach, who is, again, who I always recommend to agents go with, but of course you can go with whomever works for you. So then the next step is going to be you're going to need to get fingerprints. So what you'll need to do is, didn't mean to do that there. So what you're going to do is go over here to, and I do again have the link to this below. Just go over here to online scheduling. Then what it's going to do is you just basically begin the registration. It's pretty much follow the bouncing ball, go from page to page, put in your information. It's going to ask you where you live, and you schedule at whatever is a nearby place, or whatever's closest to you that you can go in and do fingerprints. Typically, it's going to be electronically, which is nice because you don't get any ink on your fingers. And then those results are going to go into a database, and that's what's used to get you your license. So then what you're going to need to do is schedule your exam. Now, my recommendation is wait until you're about halfway done with the pre-licensing course. And the reason for that is you don't want to schedule it too soon, but you don't want to wait until the very end. Because if you schedule too soon, you're probably not quite sure at that point how long it's truly going to take you to take the exam, whether you're going in full time or taking the course, or if you're kind of weaving the course into your busy life, which is actually what I was doing when I first started taking my insurance course. But the nice thing is about doing it online, you can of course weave it in as you'd like, but sometimes I was probably a little more optimistic, personally speaking, with how long it was going to take me to finish the course. So once you get about halfway done, you'll have a good sense of how long it is taking you to do the course. So then what you could do is, if you know you probably have another week or two left, you could schedule for maybe 2 or 3 weeks later to take your exam. Now the problem is if you wait until you're completely done with the licensing course, the problem I've seen is that sometimes it'll take, in some cases, weeks to be able to find a time you can schedule the course, just because they tend to book up pretty fast. So what I would do is go ahead and at least get it on the calendar, make sure you check with Pearson VUE here as to what their rescheduling policy is. Generally, they give you a couple day leeway, so kind of like a hotel, so to speak, where you could change your reservation if you needed to. So I would go ahead and at least get it on the calendar, so that way you knew it was scheduled and it was taken care of. All right, so next what we're going to do is we are going to actually come to this site right here. Texas, like many other states, uses this portal, which you can apply for licensing in multiple different states. So for a resident license in Texas, you would just come over here to apply for your license, and it's going to basically just take you through the steps. It's pretty simple and whatnot as to what all you need to do. Won't go through all that, but I mean, I'm sure you can pretty much follow along what you need to do to submit your individual resident application. So anyway, back to the steps that we were going through here. So once you're done with all these steps and you've taken the exam, then you're licensed. Now, what I do want to talk about just briefly is going back to the exam. The exam, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is not an easy test. It is a little bit difficult. Some things you're going to feel like you're just learning just solely for the exam, and you're probably not too far off. I think most agents you ask would probably tell you they probably don't remember most of the stuff that was on their exam. Probably just like most doctors probably don't remember everything that was on their board exam, lawyers on their bar exam, whatever profession. These type of exams are almost just kind of like a rite of passage. And before you start putting too much pressure on yourself, think of it this way. Look at every single agent out there. They all passed some sort of exam very similar to the one that you're about to take. So it's completely possible to pass these exams. They're not easy, but you can do it. If they can do it, so can you. If I can do it, so can you. So the key is just make sure you've got a good handle of the information. I always recommend to people, don't just memorize what you learn in the course. Try to be able to say it in your own words. And if there's anything that you're having trouble remembering or really grasping the topic, which is going to be natural, you're just like going to be like just everyone else. It's totally normal. Do this. Find somebody who's not in the insurance business and try to explain whatever that topic is to them. So if it's something about life insurance, explain it to somebody who's not in the insurance business. It's also good practice for when you are an agent and you're having to explain things in very layman's terms and not just terms to memorize for a test. Because that's really what being an agent is taking what can be sometimes challenging terms for people to understand and putting them in very simple terms so they do understand. And also, as they say, that for mastering a topic and a subject, if you can teach it, you know it. And I truly believe that. And that's something just to kind of keep in the back of your head. So if you can teach that to somebody who may or may not have any interest in it, but at least if they'll humor you to listen to you talk about it for a minute or two, it'll definitely prove to yourself that you do know that topic. So once you've passed that exam, you're ready to go and you're an agent. So if you are ready to start your career in insurance, what I would do is just do it. Whether this is going to be a part-time thing or a full-time thing for you, just do it. Go through the steps of getting your license. Go ahead and just get started. And the key is just get started. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the first step is to sign up for a licensing course. Again, there's a whole bunch you can go with. I definitely do recommend licensecoach.com. Again, you can use whoever you want. If you do decide to go with License Coach, link is below, as well as a coupon code to save you a few bucks. But at least just go ahead and get started. So that way, the closer you are to starting, the closer you will be to finishing. And of course, making the extra money and serving clients and all that fun stuff that comes with having the license. So it is a rite of passage. Everyone has had to go through all these crazy steps, which they're not too crazy. They're actually pretty simple. So once you get into it, it can be a little intimidating at first, but once you do it, just start taking action and getting out there. So if you want any more information about being an agent, you can go to healthagentacademy.com and just sign up on our link for tips and whatnot, and we'll share you some updates and things of that nature just to help you along in your insurance career. So I'd like to thank you for visiting this presentation and just want to wish you the best of luck in your new career. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, please leave a comment below. And thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.